to hold on.
Yeah. You can feel that it's permanent. You see, like somebody in the past, people used to accumulate gold because gold is the symbol of the imperishable. They could feel that gold.
We still have people accumulating gold. We got businessmen. They got money.
That gold really, you feel it's really there.
Yeah,
you know, it'll never corrode. It will never vanish.
Yeah.
And you can count on it. You know.
Yeah. So it's something that I can count on. That's what.
Count on, hold on to, cling to,
Mm.
be attached
believe
to.
in
Exactly.
the me. And I know that I am a doctor. I can depend on that.
Knowledge.
Right, knowledge.
Experience.
Experience.
And the other hand, tradition.
Tradition. I know that if I do this with a patient that I'll get this result. I might not get any good results, but I'll get this result.
Yes. So I think that's fairly clear.
But yes, it's clear enough that we have that. You see that that's part of the society.
Part of our condition.
Our conditioning, that we want something secure and permanent. At least we think so.
We want immortality. I think you see Krishnaji's point about the Eastern world. There is, I think, a feeling in the West of wanting immortality.
Which is the
Same thing.
Well, wouldn't you say that insofar as thought can project time, that it wants to be able to project everything all right in the future as far as possible?
That's what I meant when I said loneliness. If I don't have to have my loneliness.
But you see, in other words, the anticipation of what is coming is already the present feeling. And see, if you can anticipate that something bad may come, you already feel bad, right? Is that clear?
That's right.
Right.
That's
Therefore, you would like to get rid of that.
So you would like to anticipate that it won't happen.
It'll all be good.
Right.
You know, I should say security would be the anticipation that everything will be good, in the
That
future.
will be all
Continuous.
right.
Will continue.
Or it will become better. If it's not so good now, it will become good with absolute certainty. You see.
So then security is becoming.
Yes, becoming, perfecting, becoming.
I was thinking of what you were saying the other day about the Brahman. Anybody can become a Brahman. Then that gives him security. If I know I can.
That is a projected belief, a projected idea, a comforting, satisfying concepts.
Right. You see, I see patients all the time. You know what their projected belief is? I will become. I will find somebody to love me. I see patients who say, I will become the chief of the department. I will become the most famous doctor, one man said. I will become, and his whole life goes like that. Of course, it's also all focused on being the best tennis player. The best.
Of course, of course.
Well, I mean, it seems that it's all focused on anticipating that life is going to be good. Would you say that?
Yes, life is going to be good.
But it seems to me you wouldn't raise the question unless you had a lot of experience that life is not so good. I mean, in other words, that it's a reaction to having had so much experience of disappointment or suffering. Or
Would you say that we are not conscious of the whole movement of thought?
No, but I mean, I think to most people they would say that's only very natural. I mean, I've had a lot of experience of suffering and disappointment and danger, and that's unpleasant, and I would like to be able to anticipate that everything is going to be good.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it would seem, I mean, at first sight it would seem that that's really quite natural. But I mean, you're saying it's not now. Something is deeply wrong with it.
We are saying there is no such thing as psychological security.
Yeah.
We have defined what we mean by security.
Yes.
We don't have to beat it over.
No. I think we've got that.
Yes, but is it clear now that, you see, these hopes are really vain hopes? I mean, that should be obvious. I mean,
that I think is a good question. You mean, is it, there is, you see, Krishnaji, he's raising a good question. It's this whole business you're saying, is it meaningful to look for security? Is there such a thing?
So there is death at the end of everything.
yes. Well,
You want to be secure for the next 10 years, that's all. Or 50 years. Afterwards, it doesn't matter. Or it does matter, then you believe in something. That there is God, you'll sit next to God on his right hand, or whatever it is you believe. So, I'm trying to find out, not only that there is no permanency psychologically, which means no tomorrow psychologically.
Yeah, but that hasn't yet come out clearly.
Of course.
You see, I mean, we can say empirically we know that these hopes for security are false because, first of all, you say there's death. Secondly, no, you can't count on anything. No matter materially, everything changes.
Everything
Socially,
is in flux.
Mentally, everything in your head is changing all the time. You see. You can't count on your feelings. You can't count on enjoying a certain thing that you enjoy now. Or you can't count on being healthy. You can't count on the money.
And you can't rely on your wife. You can't rely on nothing.
Right.
So that's a fact. But I'm saying you're suggesting something deeper.
Yes.
It seems to me. I mean, we don't base ourselves only on that observed
No,
fact.
I know that's very superficial.
All right. Yeah, I'm with you there.
So is there then, if there is no real security, basic, deep, then is there a tomorrow? Psychologically. And then you take away all hope. If there is no tomorrow, you take away all hope.
Well, what you mean by tomorrow is the tomorrow in which things will get better. I mean,
Get better, with better, more, greater success, greater understanding, greater
more love. And so
more love, the whole business.
I think that's a little quick, that jump. And I think that there's a jump there because as I hear you, I hear you saying there is no security.
But it is so.
It is so. But for me to say, or for to really say, look, I know there's no security.
Why don't you say that? I'm not,
that's what I'm getting at. Why don't I say that?
well, isn't it a
Why do you
fact that
think
there's
I
no?
don't?
I don't know. Isn't it first of all a fact that just an observed fact that there isn't anything you could count on psychologically?
Right, but you see, I think there's an action there that Krishnamurti is saying, well, why don't you?
Why don't what?
Why don't you? He says, why don't you say there's no security? Why don't I?
Do you rationalize what we are saying about security? See, yes, as an idea, or actually so?
I actually say it so, but then I say, well, I'll keep doing it, I'll keep doing it.
No. We're asking, do you, when you hear there is no security, is it an abstracted idea? Or an actual fact, like that table, like your hand there, or those flowers?
I think it mostly becomes an idea.
That's just it.
Then why should it become an idea?
Yeah, that's
That,
why.
I think, is the question. Why does it become an idea?
Is it part of your training?
Yes. Part of my conditioning.
Part of the real objection to see things as they are.
Right. That's right. Because it moves. It feels like it moves then. Do you feel that?
Well, it seems if you see that there is no security, then the self. Wow. I mean, it seems that. See, first of all, let's try to put it that. There's something which seems to be there, which is trying to protect itself. Namely, let's say that it seems to be a fact that the self is there, if you see what I'm driving at.
Of course.
And if the self is there, it requires security. And therefore, this creates a resistance to accepting that as a fact and puts it as an idea only. You see what I mean? It seems that the factuality of the self being there has not been denied. You see, the apparent factuality.
Right.